Hey folks, I'm an amusing non sequitur picked at random to make a few seconds of filler material, otherwise known as CPC Gamer. Today's review is all about a wonderful, fun little game I used to play called Glider Rider. Glider Rider is an isometric exploration game, but rather than being stuck inside a maze like in Sweepo's World, this game is free roaming, allowing you to go wherever you want, and actually I think that's a pretty wonderful addition to a game. Plot-wise, it's the standard fare we've all come to be used to from the CPC. Evil power wants to destroy the world, you're the only one who can stop it. In this case, the evil power is some guy who lives on an island called Abracus, and in order to stop him you have to fly over the various gun turrets he's set up and drop bombs into them. Before I go on, I absolutely have to talk about the music. I mean, it is just about the most popular aspect of this game. The music was composed by David Whittaker, and it's considered by a lot of CPC gamers to be one of the best compositions on the whole console. It's so good that the music for the CPC version of Glider Rider was later remixed for the C64 version, and then it was remixed again for a different game called Electroglide. You can hear a remixed version of the theme tune playing in the background, and I'll include the original composition in an upcoming video. In Glider Rider, you play this little yellow guy on a motorbike. Hence the rider part of the title. The glider part comes in the fact that this motorbike can turn into a hang glider. Woo! Okay, so it's not the most amazing or logical thing in the world, but I was 7 when I played this game, and anything was possible, and a bike glider was... I mean, that was just about the coolest thing in the world. Okay, changing from one to another is simple. You go to a hill, like this one. You drive down, and then up again. You drive up, and then down again. Up, up, down, down, left, right, B8, select, start. What's wrong with you, you stupid bike? Turn into a glider! Hey folks, today's review is about a wonderful, fun little game I used to play called West Bank. West Bank was released in 1986, and it's a first-person shooter game of sorts. It's also one of the very first video games I ever played, so it always has, and always will, hold a very special place in my heart. In the game, the West Bank of America is being robbed, and the local sheriff, that's you, has to charge in and gun down a variety of Wild West archetypes. What you see in the video is level 1, and also level 2, and levels 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basically, this screen is all you see. And the fact that it only has one level is perhaps the biggest flaw of the game. There are several other games which are like West Bank, and most of them feature a variety of locations, which doesn't affect the gameplay, it just mixes things up a little and stops the game becoming as repetitive as it could be. Still, the one location is not enough to render the game unplayable, so at least it's got that going for it. As you see from the video, you view 3 doors at a time. At random intervals, one or more of these doors will open, and you have to respond according to who you see behind the door. Sometimes you shoot, and sometimes you don't. But that is not all. Oh no. Sometimes you don't shoot, and then you wait for a bit, and then you shoot. What choice! Every time a door opens to reveal a friendly character, you are granted $1 in the corresponding slot, which you can see along the top of the screen. The aim of the game is to move along the corridor, collecting $1 for each door in the level. Once you've filled up your bar with dollars, you get to play a bonus round before you start collecting again, but at a slightly faster pace. The bonus round is nothing new, it's still gunning down stereotypes, but this time you're brought face to face with the 3 villains of the game, and you have to shoot them down when they go for their guns. It's kind of like that Samurai Kirby game from Kirby Superstar, but with 3 enemies at once. Now I excel at this part of the game. I am so quick on the draw, my guns are smoking before they've left their holsters. Which may go some way to explaining why they call me No-Toes Thorley. Huh. Anyway, let's meet the cast, shall we? The banker and the rah-rah girl are friendly characters who will give you $1 for not shooting them. If you do shoot them, however, you lose a life. On occasion, these characters are pushed aside by an enemy, which you have to shoot. This is unfortunate, because it raises important ethical quandaries about whether or not it's right to take a human's life so casually. But more importantly, it stops you from getting $1. The gentleman is a wild card of sorts. He starts off as a friendly character who gives you some money and then moves along. In the later levels, however, he may very well whip out a gun and shoot you instead of handing over his loot. Only when he draws his gun are you allowed to shoot him without being punished. Before I go on, I want to say something about the gentleman. Take a look at his dead sprite. Am I the only one who sees that the crotch of his trousers has exploded open? Wild West justice hurts, it seems. Next, we have the robber. Take a look into his eyes, viewers. You see any remorse or humanity in there? I don't, and that's why it's so easy to kill him. The robber is your most frequent foe. He'll open the door, wait a set amount of time, and then shoot you. As you progress, his reaction time improves, meaning he won't wait as long before shooting you, and eventually you'll have to shoot him as the door is opening. He is that eager to get you. The Mexican fellow is here simply to trip you up. For the most part, he'll stand behind the door and then close it, leaving you alone. On occasion, though, he'll whip out his guns, and that's your cue to shoot him. This guy has a habit of lulling you into a false sense of security and then taking advantage of it. He'll make 8 or 9 appearances in which he doesn't threaten you at all, so you forget to check on him the 10th time when he guns you down without mercy. And finally, my favourite character, this guy! Bowler hats are cool, but this guy's wearing 4 at once, and that's more awesome than you or me or anyone else in the world can ever hope to be. Each time you shoot this guy, one of his hats will vanish. If you shoot off all of his hats, he'll reveal either a bomb or a bag of money. If you shoot the bomb, you lose a life. If you shoot the money, you get $1. In the later levels, this guy will be your downfall. The speed picks up so quickly you've got very short time to fire 5 rounds at him, and by the time you fire the first 4, the 5th will almost be instinct. It's hardly an extensive cast, I'll admit, but it definitely pushes your reaction times and the capacity of your short-term memory, so that's quite nice. Now, something occurred to me whilst I was playing this game to make a video capture. I didn't notice it as a child, but now I'm an adult, I did notice it, and it shocked me to my core. The idea behind the game is that you're stopping the bank from being robbed. But think about it. You're taking money off everybody you can and shooting anyone who doesn't fork it over. I think you were the one robbing the West Bank, not the robber sprite. I should like to take time to mention the game's soundtrack. The title screen plays Something Doing by Scott Joplin. I think that is absolutely awesome. There just aren't enough games that include Joplin rags. The enhanced version of the game includes a brief rendition of Do Not Forsake Me, Oh My Darling on the high score screen, and also that one riff from The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, because, as we all know, it's the law that any Wild West themed video game must include those 8 notes. The music that plays during the bank sections can be really, really grating, especially if you're good at the game and you can play it for a long time. But this isn't a major gripe. You can always turn off the CPC sound and play your own CD or something. I always use Ennio Morricone. When it comes to Wild West beatdowns, you absolutely cannot beat Ennio Morricone. Aside from the lack of locations, there's only really one problem with West Bank, and that's the fact that, after a while, it becomes incredibly hard to advance through the game. You can only move to a new set of doors when all 3 on-screen doors are closed, and in the later levels they throw so much stuff at you that there are very few opportunities to move along the corridor. Overall though, I recommend West Bank as a good way of killing both 10 minutes and 97 Texans. But that said, my original CPC used to take 10 minutes to load the game, so if it's possible I'd recommend the Windows remake made and distributed by Remake Zone. And I do declare I finished, so until next time, goodbye.